AVC, Chris back again with another video, this time touching on the rather dodgy subject of record store day. It seems to divide opinion in the VC. I've just come back from several hours standing in the bloody freezing cold outside one of our local record shops in Newcastle. I have done so for several years now because I am a supporter of record store day. And I'm a supporter of Record Store Day for selfish reasons, because I find it introduces me to music I wouldn't get to know without it. Now, I fully understand all the cons, because trust me, I have these internal conversations with myself every year. The amount of money that's spent on Record Store Day, could I get the same or equivalent or better just searching through Discogs or eBay or whatever? But truth be told, I'm getting new copies that I'm fairly certain are going to be decent pressings, and I'm not worrying about what condition they're going to come to me in, and it just gives me that access to new stuff. Now I started out very early this morning. Yesterday I was at a show in Newcastle by a local, no, not a local, but a well-known national DJ, a guy called Danny Baker. Now, Danny Baker has lots and lots of stories about his time working for NME, etc., etc., and he had some wonderful anecdotes about the likes of Mark Bolan and David Bowie. It was a great evening, but I didn't get back home until after midnight. And because of the way Record Store Day works, if you don't get there early in the queue in the record store you're at, only has a couple of copies, you're not going to get what you want. So we just had to think, right, what am I going to do? And in the end, I've not been to sleep tonight. I ended up going into town for about 3 o'clock in the morning, standing in the freezing cold, waiting for the store to open at 8. The store is this local store called JG Windows, and it's a record store I've used almost since I started buying records. It's always been there. It had a bit of a lull in the sort of 2000s where the quality of what it was selling wasn't great, but in recent years has really picked up and get some really good stuff there. Like I say, I've been doing this for about 5 or 6 years now, and I've got to know the same group of guys who we all get there at that time in the morning. We have a good bit of banter, and we keep each other's spirits up as we wait in the freezing cold. I spent rather a lot. Don't regret it, not in the slightest. You know, I know some of you will look at this as utter folly, but to me, it's a way of either getting something I haven't got already, or introducing me to new music. It forces my hand, if you like. So I'm going to rattle through everything I've bought today. I'm not going to have time to show everything in great detail. I might show one or two, but just to give you a flavour of what I've picked up. I'm going to start off with a couple of singles. The first one is the Temperance Movement, live in London, and on that one they're covering Bowie's Ziggy Stardust, so I thought I'd pick that one up. That's just on black vinyl, and whenever there's any Hawkwind on, I've got to pick that up, and that's Curb Crawler, which first appeared on the Astounding Sounds album, and this comes on a rather spiffing blue vinyl on the it's Atom Henge, but it's a remake of the Charisma label. It's rather nice. Then moving on to the 12-inch single. This is Procol Harum White Shade of Pale 50th Anniversary EP, which has got about 7 tracks on it. It's very nice. On the Fly label, this comes with a nice inner sheet and a rather fetching white splatter vinyl. Love the song White Shade of Pale. Got a couple of different versions on this EP, along with some different tracks, so I'm going to look forward to listening to that. I haven't listened to any of these yet because I've literally just got back. This is something I've been after for quite a number of years. Whenever I've seen a copy, it's always been fairly roached. so I've never bothered picking it up. Perfect opportunity to do so, and that's Decade by Neil Young. Really looking forward to giving this one a spin, having a look at all, listen to all the tracks, and it looks brilliant. Can't wait to give it a try. So there you go. I had to pick that one up. Then we come to Midlake. It's a great album, this. I can never pronounce it right. I always want to say Bandman, but it's not. It's Bam, Nan, and Silvercork. Comes with a inner sleeve. I've changed all these into lined sleeves just because I prefer them. This comes on a wonderful sort of custard yellow vinyl. I don't understand why record companies put out these great releases and insist on putting them on sort of hard card sleeves, which are just going to sort of scratch them up. So I always transfer them into a lined sleeve. Then we come to Catherine Williams. This is Little Black Numbers. Now, Catherine Williams is a Liverpudlian by birth, but is an adopted Geordie. She's a singer-songwriter, does lots of shows locally and across the country. Absolutely superb. Heartily recommend you checking her out if you like your sort of female singer-songwriters. Didn't have this on vinyl, so that was a no-brainer. I like me some drive-by truckers, so Jason Isbell and the 400 unit. I had to pick that one up. This was an unusual disc in that it was recorded direct to the lacquer. It's got a number of different cover versions on and a drive-by trucker song, so looking forward to listening to that. Sire, Spotify sessions. Recently been introduced to Sire by one of the girls at work who really likes her and love it. Great modern pop. She's got a wonderful voice. Absolutely adore it. There was Rush. Had to buy Rush. There you go. This sort of guarantees a pass for buying everything else from the wife. So there you go. Rush. And again, this is something I've been after for a long time, but never been able to find anything that I thought was worthwhile. And that's the complete collection of Robert Johnson's recordings. So again, just a no-brainer for me. I couldn't pick it up in decent condition anywhere else. Not seen a good copy before, so I'm getting it. There you go. And my first ever Thelonious Monk albums. Heard lots of things about him. Not really heard anything by him, so perfect opportunity to pick something up. This is what's it? Les Liaisons Dangereuses 1960. It's a soundtrack for a film, so looking forward to giving that a spin. Now that lot was stored in 2 tote bags, and the next lot I'm going to show was stored in another tote bag. Due to the vagaries of the wonderful British transport system, on the way back I had a run-in with a rather cantankerous old dear on the bus who insisted in pulling herself up out of her seat using me, or namely one of the bags I was holding, which then went crashing to the floor, dinging the corners on some of these albums. Beyond punching an old woman on the bus because I was so annoyed I didn't know what to do, so I just walked away fizzing. Look, I'm never going to sell these. They're always going to stay with me, so it's not going to affect any value until someone wants to sell them all when I'm dead. But it's bloody frustrating. Some of these are damaged more than others. This one's probably taking the biggest hit. You can't, I mean, it's kind of minimal just in the corner here, but it's bloody frustrating. This is Ben Folds and the Western Australia Symphony Orchestra live in Perth. My mate Billy's a huge Ben Folds fan and insists I check them out whenever I can, so thought I'd give that a go. Don't have any Alice Coltrane, so when you come to some improvisation on a harp, why not? Never heard it before. I know I'm going to like it, so there you go. Bit of Alice Coltrane. On to a local band. This is Field Music, Tones of the Town. Again, I've got a ding in the bloody corner, but not a lot I can do about that. Sorry, computer was going to switch itself off there. So, brilliant local band, sort of very clever pop music. Hard to describe, really, but well worth a listen. And again, this is on a rather fetching custard yellow vinyl. It's obviously the flavour of the month for Record Store Day at the moment. So pick that up. Heartily recommend you check out Field Music. Excellent stuff. The aforementioned Drive-By Truckers. This is live in the studio. And again, no brainer for me. There was a number of Bowie things that came up this year. There was the Cracked Actor 3 album live thing, and there was the promo box. Didn't go for any of them, but I went for the 12-inch No Plan. I mean, it was released yesterday on black vinyl, so you can pick it up quite easily. But this came on a very, very fetching blue marble, so pick that one up. It wasn't that much more expensive, if any, than the normal one, so I had to go for that. The one album I really wanted to get all the way through this, and did get, Coheed and Cambria 4, and this is Good Apollo and Burning Star 4, Volume 1 from Fear Through the Eyes of Madness. As I said in one of my previous videos, they do love an album title. This double album, it's never been released on vinyl before, and it comes on a couple of amazing colour pressings. We've got a sort of black and red pressing there. And a very spectacular, in my eyes, white and black pressing there. Superb album. It's my favourite Coheed and Cambria album. If you've not checked out these guys out before, please do. Modern rock with a sort of prog slant to them, touches of Styx, Rush in there, but with a very modern feel to it. And finally, just a curveball, because I like listening to something a little bit different, and again, this is certainly going to be different. I think this is just on black vinyl. Yes, it is. And this is Bollywood, the Psychedelic Years. It was cheap, and what the hell, eh? So there you go. Those are my record store days, not without a little bit of trauma. But I'd be interested to know what your thoughts are relating to record store day. Like I say, I've had this internal argument several times, but there are albums here I've been after for a while, but never been able to find in good nick. There are albums here I never would buy under normal circumstances. It's going to open up doorways for me. It's going to lead me down a path to different music. So there you go. That's my record store day purchases. Hope you found that interesting, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye now.